Hi, everyone. Hope you can hear me well. We will start our onboarding training session in a couple of minutes. I'm sharing my screen with the presentation now. I hope you can hear me well. And we will start now. I'm happy to welcome you to Gigster. My name is Anastasia. I'm Gigster's hosting and onboarding manager. Welcome to the onboarding training session with Gigster. Our first topic today is the booking process. What is the booking process with Gigster? A booking process with Gigster starts from a booking request sent to you by a prospective renter who can accept or reject your booking request. Checking if you can hear me well. Yes, hope everything is good. Just making sure once again. So, our booking requests, you can accept or reject a booking request. If you accept a booking request, you get a confirmed booking, which is regulated by the location agreement that we generate for all bookings made on our website. So if you accepted a booking request, we collect a payment from the renter and we guarantee your payout for the confirmed booking. You are protected by our location agreement and by Gigster cancellation policy. If you reject a booking request, you do not get a confirmed booking. You are not penalized for rejecting a booking request. We do not impose any fines for rejecting a booking request. However, if you reject multiple requests, if you do not accept booking requests, we may contact you and ask what's going on. Are you not interested in hosting with Gigster? And remember that if you reject many booking requests, your rating goes down. Your listing is affected. Your listing's position in search results is affected. So, of course, it's better to accept than reject booking requests. But if you are not comfortable to accommodate a particular booking, no worries. You can reject a booking request. Also remember that it's better to reject a booking request than to ignore it. So if you can't accommodate a booking request, don't hesitate to explicitly reject it and clarify to your renter in the messages in the booking chat with the renter why you are rejecting a booking request. You can also reply to the booking request with a custom rate. The custom rate tool is an amazing tool that is used to provide custom prices, discounts, or increase the rate based on the specifics of the particular booking request. You can increase the price using this tool, accommodate the price or the booking terms for a particular renter, because the custom rate tool allows you not only to change the price, but also to introduce custom rules for a particular renter by adding notes to the notes section in the custom rate window, and all the notes will be added to the addendum to the location agreement. So if you want to customize the standard text of the location agreement, don't hesitate to send a custom rate and add your custom notes to the notes section. A booking request is different from a booking inquiry in a way that inquiry is simply a message that can't be accepted or rejected. You can find your inquiries under the Messages tab, while bookings are available for review while requests are available for review under the Bookings tab. So requests can be accepted or rejected, while inquiries simply await your response, your attention. You're expected to communicate with your renters if they send you an inquiry, and you can find the inquiries in the Messages tab. Inquiries do not expire. They wait for you for as long as needed. Renters will wait for your response, but of course, it's very, very important to be fast and reply preferably within 48 business hours. Requests expire in 48 hours. So if you don't accept or reject a booking request, it will automatically expire. The rating of your listing will be affected if you ignore requests and inquiries equally. Your response rate will be affected if you ignore inquiries. And it will be reflected on your listings page that the host is not responsive, that the response time is long. And in both cases, you can reply with the custom rate in response to the booking request in the booking inquiry. Here you can see that the custom rate tool is available to the right from the booking chart with your enter. And as we already mentioned, you can use this tool to send custom price, custom offer, to collect some additional fees, request additional payment from a particular renter, and to add notes to the addendum to the location agreement. If you already have a confirmed booking, but you need to edit it, you can use the update booking feature available in the booking details. Just go to the booking details, scroll down to the bottom of the page, and click on update booking. This tool allows you to introduce new details, and they will be sent for review to your renter. Please note that if the renter does not accept new updated booking details, the original booking won't be updated. For the booking to become updated, the renter should also agree to your new details. The renter can also request a booking update from their end, and in this case, you will have to review the new details and accept or not accept them. You can also edit a confirmed booking through Gigster customer support, especially in situations where you have when the renter added insurance to their booking. In this case, the booking can be edited only through Gigster customer support. Specifics of the booking process. You can find a lot of useful information in the help section on our website. You can find the useful articles there about the specifics of the booking process. Access our help portal and find all those articles there. However, just to summarize what we discussed there, what's the most important thing to consider during the booking process? Here I have a list of items to consider. The crew size. Please make sure to discuss with your renter the maximum amount of people allowed at your location. The type of activity. Some locations can accommodate any types of activities. Some locations are not good for events or not good for production. Remember that on your listing, you can enable different types of activities or disable some types of activities. If, for example, you don't want to accommodate events, you can disable this type of activity. So it's important to figure out what type of activity your renter will have on site. Make sure to discuss consumption of alcohol, smoking, usage of heavy equipment, if any. All these things are very important because there are many locations which do not allow smoking, not allow consumption of alcohol, consumption of food. So if it's important to discuss these things with your renter to make sure that you can accommodate their needs and they do not get disappointed if they want to do something on site and it's not allowed. And it's also very important to discuss the insurance and the filming or event permit with your renter. I will cover this topic a little bit later today, but just to give you a short introduction to this theme, is that insurance is required for all bookings made on Gigster, and it means that your renter will have to send you a copy of the insurance certificate. And as for the filming or event permit, the requirements vary depending on the location, type of activity, number of people. So you, the host, will have to inform your renter if a permit is needed, and if it's needed, the renter will have to obtain it. In communication with the renter, don't forget to share your house rules, restrictions, and if the booking has already been confirmed, make sure to send your renter a welcome guide or check-in instructions. The check-in instructions can be sent via email, via the messages chat with the renter. We recommend keeping all communication in the booking chat with your renter. But still, we allow also email exchange in case it's easier for you to share some information via email. And the welcome guide tool is an amazing tool we have for you that allows you to add any important information to the welcome guide that will be automatically sent to all your renters prior to the start of the booking. It means that if, for example, you forgot to send check-in details, check-in instructions, but you added them to the welcome guide, the renter will receive the welcome guide and get all this important information from the welcome guide. I also always recommend including their phone number of the main person of contact who will be available on the day of the booking in case the renter has problems with access. Also, how to find the location and the important house rules. It's worth mentioning them in the welcome guide. In the help portal, you can also search for other important topics. Here's a list of must-read articles. I created this list because I really think that these articles are very, very important and help the host get an idea of hosting with Gigster, the main rules and the main tips, how to process overages, collect additional charges, how to find a site rep, who can act as a site rep. All this information can be found in our help portal. So if you have time, please go there and check these topics. How to make your listing stand out. This is another topic that we discuss in the help section on our website, and we give recommendations on how to present a successful production listing, meeting listing, and events listing. The basic tips are to set up reasonable rates. The rates should be competitive, especially if you have just published your listing. It's not reasonable to set up rates which will be higher than the average rate on similar locations. So use this search tool on our website to find similar locations in your area and check how much the hosts charge, and try to set up rates which will be lower than the average rate on similar locations. This way, your new listing will be more competitive. We promote automatically during the first 3 months after publishing all new listings. And if you set up reasonable rates, you increase the chances of getting your first inquiry or booking request faster. Bright photos are extremely important for the success of your listing. Keywords in the description and the title. Remember that sometimes renters use keywords to search for locations. For example, they introduce the names of the equipment, the style, the colors, the environment, the tools they expect to find on site, the design, the features of the location. So think why your location is special, why is it unique, and include these words in the title and the description. Be responsive to booking inquiries and requests. When you receive inquiries or requests, even if you can't accommodate a particular booking, don't hesitate to communicate with the renter and explain why, and explicitly accept or reject the booking request. Do not ignore them. And when you have already hosted your first booking, don't forget to leave a review for your renter and ask them to review you back. As for rescheduling and cancellation, we do not have any special rescheduling policy. We allow the host to decide whether they allow or not allow rescheduling for free or for some additional fee. It's your freedom of choice. You can allow or not allow rescheduling. Remember that you are not obliged to allow rescheduling. However, we expect some flexibility from you, especially when the renter has some force majeure circumstances or some health issues, and they ask for one-time rescheduling free of charge. We expect you, the host, to help the renter and allow rescheduling if possible. You can also charge a rescheduling fee if this option works better for you. But in this case, we recommend informing your renter of that in case of rescheduling, a rescheduling fee will be charged. As for the cancellation policy, it's pretty easy and it can be reviewed in the help section on our website. But to keep it simple, the full refund to the renter is given only if they cancel within 24 hours of booking confirmation, and only if there are more than 48 hours before the start of the booking. It means if I book location today for tomorrow, and in an hour I decide to cancel, although I'm within the 24-hour grace period, I'm not entitled to a full refund because there are less than 48 hours before the start of my booking. We call such bookings last-minute bookings. So if the booking is to happen in less than 48 hours and it's canceled, no refund for the renter. And a full refund is given within the 24-hour grace period. Now we are speaking about the refund of the location fee, because remember that the additional fees are refunded in full. Additional fees such as cleaning fee, site rep fee are refunded in full even if the booking is canceled last minute. You can make exceptions to the cancellation policy. For example, if refund is not allowed to the standard policy, but you want to refund some money to the renter or to give them a credit for a future booking, you can do it. You just let us know through the help chat on our website, and we will enforce your cancellation, your custom cancellation rule. You can also enforce custom cancellation policy for your bookings. For this, you just have to inform your renters in advance, prior to the confirmation of the booking, that you have a custom cancellation policy. For example, you want to enforce a non-refundable policy for some holiday, for say Christmas Day, and you imagine that in case of cancellation, this is a very important date, you're not ready to lose any money. So you can enforce the non-cancellation, no refund policy for such days, but just make sure to inform your renters of this custom policy. How to cancel a confirmed booking. As we already mentioned, rescheduling is better than cancellation, but still, if you need to cancel, it's very, very important to inform Gigster immediately through the help chat on our website or by sending us an email to contact@gigster.com. Host site cancellation affects your rating. Of course, we allow hosts to cancel bookings. If you cancel a booking once, it's okay. But if you cancel bookings on a repeated basis or repetitively, unfortunately, your rating will be affected. Let me take a quick pause to make sure that I'm online. Yes, you can hear me, you can see me. It's nice. I'm happy. I'm happy that you can see me. Just wanted to check it. And the renter side cancellations are regulated by the cancellation policy that we have already discussed, and you can make exceptions to the cancellation policy. The Gigster location agreement is the main document regulating your relationships with the renter, and it's available for review in the help section on our website. You can modify the standard text by adding notes to the addendum, by sending a custom rate to your renter, or through Gigster custom support. If, for example, you want to add something to the addendum and the booking was already confirmed, so you want to add something to the confirmed booking, you just send us new text. We make sure your renter agrees to your notes, to your custom rules, and then we add them to the addendum to the location agreement. I recommend checking the text of the location agreement because it covers all the rules regulating your relationships with the renter, the requirements, the obligations, the rights under the location agreement. Additional location agreements or release forms can be signed. However, please note that Gigster is not able to enforce any additional documents that you sign between you and your renter. For example, you decided to sign some additional contract, some additional rental agreement. We won't be able to enforce it because this document is your custom document that is signed between you and your renter. We are able to enforce only Gigster location agreement. That is a standard document, the main document that is regulating your relationships with the renter. Security deposit and the additional fees. Gigster does not collect a security deposit by default, so we do not charge it automatically. Here again, we give you the host freedom to collect a security deposit or not collect it. And moreover, we give you freedom to decide whether you collected through Gigster or directly from the renter. If you collected through Gigster, you can add the security deposit amount to the additional fees of your listing, or you can use the custom rate tool to collect the security deposit. But if you charge it directly from your renter, you just inform your renter of this requirement prior to the confirmation of the booking. Make sure to let your renter know that you will collect the security deposit directly from your renter, and let them know how it should be paid, in cash or via Zelle, PayPal, any other application. We allow you to do it directly from the renter. And in this case, if you collect it directly, at the end of the booking, you will have to return it to the renter. If the deposit is refundable, there were no damages, no additional charges, you just return the deposit to the renter. The same is about the additional fees. For example, cleaning or the site rep fee can be charged through Gigster or directly from the renter. We give you, again, freedom to decide, freedom to choose whether you charge it directly from the renter off the platform or through Gigster. Gigster allows you to charge them by adding the fees to the additional fees section, by sending the custom rate, and also we have an amazing add-ons section. The difference between the additional fees and the add-ons consists in that additional fees will be added by default to all bookings made by your renters. By default, additional fees will be added to all booking requests. And if you wish to remove them, you will have to send the custom rate to your renter, removing the additional fees, because they will be added automatically. The add-ons are not added automatically. The add-ons are optional fees. So if your renter wants, they can add the add-on. If they do not want to add it on, they do not add it. This is the difference between the additional fees and the add-ons. Our next topic is the filming permit and production or event insurance. The rules here are also pretty simple, and they are elaborated in our location agreement. Here are some extracts from the location agreement that state that the renter is responsible for obtaining all the necessary permits reasonably specified by the host. It means that you, the host, should check with local filming and event authorities, with the city council or any other authority regulating short-term rentals for production or event purposes. And you should check whether a permit is required for bookings at your location. And if it's required, you should inform your renter of this requirement. It's not good not to mention it and then on the day of the booking ask the renter to provide you with the permit. No, it doesn't work like that. It's professional to inform your renter in advance of this requirement and guide them through the process, telling them that they should obtain a permit to be able to use your location. Sometimes permits are required for some types of activities and not required for another type of activity, but it's important to check on that with your local authorities. And what I can say is that non-commercial activities, for example, family photo session or personal photo session, or some small baby shower or birthday, a small birthday at a location without much noise, without crowds, without music, without many vehicles, usually go well without a special permit, but again, it should be checked with local authorities, while commercial activities always require a permit. This is the main rule that guides this requirement for permits for events and production. As for the insurance, in this case, no exceptions. The insurance is always needed. According to the location agreement, it's required for all bookings made through our website, and it's the renter's responsibility. The renter should obtain short-term general liability and property damage insurance that will cover your property and you from general liability in case of some general liability cases, property damage cases. The coverage should be $2 million minimum. And the renter should add your name and your listings address to the insurance certificate and send you a copy before the start of the booking. This is the standard requirement. Some hosts may run a risk and accommodate some bookings without an insurance certificate. There are cases like that. We never recommend doing that. But still, there are cases where hosts collect a security deposit and allow small groups to use the allocation without a special insurance certificate, but it's up to the host. And if the host does it, they do it at their own risk. Site rep. A site rep is a special person, a special qualified person, assistant who helps the host and the renter on site, representing the host, especially when you can't be available on the day of the booking. Because pay attention, it's very important. It's absolutely necessary for the host to be present on site at the end of the booking for a final walkthrough, to complete a walkthrough with the renter and sign a site rep report where any additional damages, overages, extra fees will be indicated. If you are not able to be on site, it's important to assign a site rep, to assign a representative who will be present and who will represent you and sign on a site rep report. This report is also called a walkthrough report, because if a site rep is not present, you, the host, complete a walkthrough. So the report is called a walkthrough report, where any additional charges will be indicated for the parties to discuss them and agree on them. Also, if you have events or production with many people, with a lot of people, it increases the risks of accidental damages to the property. So it's important to have site reps for such bookings that will be available on site, supervise the process, not interfering with the booking, but still supervising what is going on. And in case of some damages, the site rep will add them to the site rep report. And our final topic today is about additional charges, overages, damages, extra people, overtime, minor charges. As for the overtime, any time behind the end time is considered overtime. You, the host, you are not obliged to allow overtime, but if you allow booking extension, you can use our magic booking extension tool, booking update tool that we already discussed previously today. You can go to the booking details, scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on update booking. So imagine that the renter is likely to incur overtime and they ask you to stay longer, and you send them the booking update request and ask them to accept it. This way, your booking is updated right away and your additional payment for extra hours is guaranteed. You can also use the custom rate tool to send additional cost for additional time to your renter, and the renter again will have to accept the custom rate tool, the custom rate sent by you, so that we collect the additional payment and send you your additional payout. The same about extra people. If you allowed additional people on site, make sure to charge the additional fee using the booking update, custom rate, or now attention, we also allow you to collect the payment for overages or damages directly from the renter. Imagine that the renter is not able to pay through Gigster, but they still want to extend their booking, and they ask you if it's possible to pay in cash or to pay via Zelle or PayPal. You can do it. We allow you, the host, to collect a direct payment for extra charges, for overages, damages, or minor charges that the renter incurs on site. So you can do it through Gigster, you can do it directly. The rate for extra people is established for every booking in the addendum. In the exhibit B to the booking, it's calculated based on the hourly rate and the number of people, the crew size. So you can find the rate there. As for the damages, the renter should repair any damages or replace damaged items within 30 days after the end of the booking. They can provide you with the solution, offer some repair services from professional contractors, or you can send them the quote for repair services and ask them to pay the invoice. It's very important to communicate with your renter about who will repair, who will replace the damaged items, so that there is an agreement between you and the renter. And in case of major damages, which are very rare, the renter will be able to use the insurance that they obtained for the booking. And for this reason, we ask you to collect a copy of the insurance so that you can also file a claim in case of some major damages. As for the minor charges, such as an additional cleaning fee, again, it can be charged directly from the renter or through Gigster. It's up to you. And as I already mentioned, it's very important to add any additional charges, overages, minor charges, or damages to the site rep or walkthrough report that is to sign by you and the renter at the end of the booking. Because if you decide to file a claim in Gigster claim portal and process additional charges, not directly, but through Gigster, we will ask you to upload a site rep report signed by you and the renter so that we can collect the additional payment from the renter. Without a site rep report, we won't be able to charge the renter's cut and file because we need the renter's approval of the additional charge. So we will ask you to submit a site rep report when you submit the claim. That should be sent within 48 hours of the end of the booking, and you will be asked to specify the additional charges, the type of additional charges, and upload a site rep or walkthrough report signed by you and the renter. If you did not sign a site rep report physically, but you simply exchanged messages via text or in the booking chat where the renter agreed to the additional charges, you just let us know that the approval was given in your communication in the booking chat, or you send us a screenshot of your text messages, and we'll charge the renter based on that approval. That is all that I wanted to cover today at our onboarding training session. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a pleasure for me to host you today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to join me on Thursday for questions and answers session. And next Tuesday, I will be here with you again at 4 p.m. Los Angeles time. You can use the same link to join me, and we will refresh the memory and cover the same topics once again. Thank you so much for joining me, and have a nice rest of your day. Bye-bye.